it's Tara here from One Heart Many Hats, and today I would like to talk to you about homeschooling. Now, I've been wanting to do this video for some time, and I am excited to finally be able to sit down and film this, and hopefully it'll be without interruption. I know my little guy is probably going to wake up from his nap soon, but I'll do my best. So this video is a little bit of advice that really I wish that I had received when I was first homeschooling. I don't have a homeschooling background. I was not homeschooled. I went to public school, and I never thought that I would be in this situation, but that's just how life is. Things change all the time, and I'm really glad that I have made the decision to homeschool my children. We started when my eldest was in preschool. We did preschool as kind of a trial run. I thought, well, if I can do this preschool thing, then maybe I can do kindergarten. After kindergarten, okay, let's try first, and so forth. I also have a kindergartner, and I have a 3-year-old who is an early preschooler. So I do have a little bit of experience, and really this advice is as much for myself as it is for you. I'm excited to make this video so that I can look back on it also and be reminded why I'm doing what I'm doing and how to stay on track. So let's begin. Number one, and I did take notes. Number one, before you decide to homeschool, it's really important that you seek guidance. Now, this can come in different ways. If you're a believer, then obviously you're going to want to pray to God and pray with your partner if possible, and talk to each other and see if this is something that is the right decision for your family. If you're not a believer, then talk to other people, people that you trust, whether it's your family, close friends, just people who really know you and will give you their honest opinion. But I think that if it's on your heart, then you should definitely give it a try. It doesn't mean that you have to do it forever. Actually, on average, most families only homeschool for 3 years. But if you do want to homeschool long term, keep that in mind, that if you can push through that 3rd year into the 4th year, then you're likelier to meet your long-term homeschooling goals. Number 2, write down why. Why are you doing this to begin with? It's really important to write down why you have a certain goal in mind, for a few reasons. Number 1, you're more committed when you write down why, and you're also likelier to reach your goal. When things get tough, which they will, you'll have your reason why to refer to, and you'll be able to read it in your own words from your heart why you're doing this. And I think that's really important. I do this every year, and year to year it does change a bit, but usually it's the same. I really want to build on my relationship with my kids, teach them about God. I want them to have good character, and I want to give them the best education possible. So, there's my little guy crying, so I'll be right back. Okay, we're back, and somebody's still feeling a little bit tired. Yeah, we just woke up feeling crabby. Okay, so where were we? Number 3, ignore the naysayers. This is really important. Everybody has their opinion about homeschooling, and you might get some resistance from family and friends who think that you shouldn't be doing this, but you know your family better than anybody, you know yourself better than anyone, and you can definitely do this. And really, you're never going to please everyone, so just stick to your guns. Number 4, find support. Are we whimpering? This can come in lots of ways, so I think I'll just list what I have here. You can find support from other homeschool moms through Facebook groups, on YouTube, women in church. You can join a co-op. You can find a learning facility or tutoring location. You might end up homeschooling through a public charter that has a supervising teacher. That's our situation, so I have the support of that teacher for academic questions and so forth. You're basically, you want to build a community around like-minded people, because you will have questions, you will stumble, and you'll need some good people to refer to. Number 5, don't compare yourself to others. This is really hard, but it's important that you stay focused on your own family. Not everything is as it appears. That family that seems perfect, and their kids play 3 instruments and they know multiple languages and they think their house is just so, even they have problems. So just focus on your own family and do the very best that you can. Don't compare yourself to others. Moms, don't compare yourself to your peers, and don't compare your children to their peers or even their siblings, because we all have our own talents, and it's not fair to criticize or judge, even if it's well intended. You're just making conversation. Be careful what you say in front of your kids about their homeschooling and their abilities. Number 6, find your homeschooling style. Now, there are a lot of approaches that you can take to homeschooling. There's unschooling, there's Charlotte Mason, unit studies, classical. There's so many out there. So you're going to want to find what's the right fit for you. And really, you'll know, because when you read about that, that's what'll speak to you. So my approach is more eclectic. I do kind of Charlotte Mason unit studies style, but I'm also concerned with staying on track by grade level. So I throw in workbooks that do align with state standards and that type of thing. But you just find your style, stick with it, and just trust that you can do this. All right, the next 2 kind of go together, 7 and 8. You'll need to get organized. Figure out, you can sort. There's a lot of information out there to sort through, but you're going to want to do your research and then choose a curriculum that suits you and your child best. So for myself, I have made the mistake of wanting to just choose what's popular. Can somebody just pick for me? But that's not what you want to do. There's a lot of homeschool curricula out there, and some really great websites and that offer free trials or samples of their books, and you'll want to sort through them. One good tool to use that I use was Cathy Duffy's reviews. You can look that up online or get her book, and that might guide you in sorting through all of the information regarding homeschool curriculum. But really, again, if you're still stuck, talk to your husband. Husbands are really good at narrowing things down, at least mine is, and that might help you, and pray on it too. Is this the right curriculum? Is this going to meet the goals of your family, and will it work for the season of life that you're in with your family? Because if you have a newborn, you want to take that into consideration. Other activities outside of homeschool, jobs, that sort of thing. Number 9, create your own learning space. Your own. Not your friends, not her perfect homeschool classroom, not a public school classroom like the one that you went to. You don't have to have an extra room to homeschool. Your kitchen table is just fine. And I'm not saying anything bad about those who do have a homeschool classroom. That's great. But I just want to encourage you that there's no one size fits all in homeschooling. So your space it's unique, and just go with it. If you have really the best thing that you can do is invest in some shelves. You really need shelves for all those books that you're going to be having in your homeschool library. I'd also add that when I was first homeschooling, I had no idea what I was doing. So I focused a lot of my energy in trying to decorate the house. I had a learning calendar on the wall, and just the whole bulletin board thing like kindergarten is. And he's saying hello. And really what I should have been focusing on was my child's needs. So I would encourage you to do the same. Just do the best with what you have. Don't worry about having your room perfect, but instead focus on your child. Okay, he was ready for the high chair, so I'm back. Number 10, Be flexible. Again, you are not in a classroom, so you have the liberty to create a schedule that best suits your needs. Some homeschoolers start school in the morning, some do afternoon. And as far as your curriculum, you don't have to do every single unit. You don't have to do every single lesson. And I used to be really strict, very rigid about we're going to do every single page. And if I wrote it down in the lesson book in pen, then I couldn't erase it, couldn't cross it out. But that wasn't the right thing to do, at least not for us. I wish I could go back and say, you know what, you're understanding this concept, so yeah, let's keep going, let's move forward. Or you know what, I'm not ready to learn that with you right now, so we're going to skip ahead to this one and then come back to that later. So be flexible. Also, if the workbook or curriculum that you thought was going to be fabulous, it was just going to be like the greatest thing ever for your child, but it did not work out, that's okay. You can start from scratch. Bring in something else. Go to the library if you don't want to buy new books. I think that's the best way to learn history and science is just to go check out books from the library that interest you and learn from there. Also, there's so many online resources available where you can get free printables and so forth. So you can pull from there while you're deciding on what workbook or curriculum is right for your child. So just be flexible. Number 11, I have a lot here, so I'm just going to read from my notes. Aim for progress, not perfection. That goes for you as a teacher and your learner. Focus on your accomplishments. They will learn. Give them time and give them lots of love. Watch your tone. You might be saying the right things, but your tone can reveal your displeasure with your child. This can be especially true when teaching a child to read. Now, if I could go back to our kindergarten and first school year, I would have grabbed myself by the shoulders and shook myself and said, Tara, settle down. She's gonna get it. You don't have to act that way. You know, phonics should not involve tears. It just shouldn't. If I could go back, I would just shorten our lessons and try to keep her happy and give her more praise and encourage her and not demand perfection from her. So, and I can still use that advice today, especially in math. She's not going to be perfect. It's okay. We just want to make progress. Number 12, prioritize. Now, I think it's important to really be selective about the extracurricular activities that your children do. What works for us is that we limit our activities to one activity per child, maybe two at most, but that second one is usually something that they do together. And the reason for that, and you have to decide what's best for yourself and your family, but is I don't want to be overwhelmed as a mom, and I don't want to overwhelm my kids with too many things outside of the home. I also wrote down prioritize as when it comes to your time in the house. In the beginning, when I was homeschooling, it was really hard for me to stay focused on our learning when I knew that there was dishes in the sink and laundry that needed to be done. But really, my priority has to be their learning. So stay focused on that. The chores can wait. I mean, what do you really want? Do you want to give your child a good education, or do you want your house to look picture perfect, like a picture in Pinterest or an HGTV? Well, of course, I want the first one, the prior. And I can use our time at home also to teach them. Cleaning house can also be incorporated in their learning throughout the day. You can have your child help you unload the dishwasher, or have them help you with cooking or baking and that type of thing, so that they learn how to be self-sufficient and how to maintain a household also. It does take longer, but it really builds their self-esteem, and that's one of the reasons why I'm homeschooling, is to build on those relationships. Number 13, buy in bulk. Yes, I said buy in bulk, and what I mean is buy lots of coffee and buy lots of dark chocolate for yourself, or tea. If you're a tea snob like me, you're gonna need it. You are going to be tired. This homeschooling thing will likely keep you up at night, or you might be up late at night because you have a newborn or, an infant that's keeping you up. All those things happen, and so be ready to brew lots of coffee, eat lots of chocolate and tea. When I am doing well, I carve out time for myself around 2 or 3 o'clock. I have my tea time with a piece of dark chocolate, and that keeps me going. Number 14, care for yourself. So this kind of goes along with the last one. Having tea and chocolate, that's something that I do to care for myself, but I also try to eat very healthy and exercise and just do things that fill my spirit. So whether it be, and you'll see some of this in my Momspiration videos, which I'll link below, whether it's buying flowers for myself or listening to music or reading a book, a long shower, those types of things. They're all important. The health and happiness of not just myself, but in my home. When mommy's happy, then everybody's happy, right? Happy wife, happy life, that type of thing. And the last one, number 15, is have fun. You're going to be learning along with your kids, so have fun with it. Be creative. You're going to find new and innovative ways to teach your child because, again, you know that child better than anybody. You know how to get them engaged. You know what that makes them tick. And if you don't now, you will learn. And you're the best person qualified to teach them, really. So have fun with it. Enjoy this season. Really, these are the best years of our lives is while we're raising children. So enjoy it. You can do this and have fun. Thank you so much for watching to the end of this video. I hope that it's inspired you, and really that's why I create these videos, is because being a mom is a hard job, but it is a noble profession and it is rewarding, and yes, it is difficult, but it is so worth it, and let us not lose sight of that. You're important, and you are blessing your family every day just by doing your job. Until next time, bye-bye.